students, parents, friends, maybe even family. Um, spent like 20 minutes making a video, and I was like, this is just way too long. What am I doing? Nobody wants to watch a video for 20 minutes, but I wanted to address some things for my Delaware friends. I grew up in Newark, Delaware. Obviously, if you're familiar with McClary Elementary School and Mr. Wordy, this is a goose I gave him in third grade graduation that he mailed back to me, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago or so. So it is now a part of my classroom. So been going strong since 1985. Still looks good, feathers intact, but I'm not here to talk about geese. I'm here to talk about snow, and I want you to know that if you love snow, this is not the storm for you. Not the storm for you. So I apologize. I have nothing to do with it, but this is a classic changeover storm. There's a couple things that aren't lining up perfectly for an all-snow event for the Delaware Valley. So if you put a point over Philadelphia, draw a circle around it with a 50-mile radius, for everybody in that circle to get over 10 inches of snow, everything has to line up. This is the type of storm that gives some none, some 2, some 6, some 12, some 18. But it's not really a classic northeastern blockbuster Godzilla snowstorm. All right, I'll tell you why. And I'm only going to use one map. I'm not going to use 18 different maps like I used in the previous video. But although this is not my favorite model, I like it because it's always a good base. Everything's clear. You can see the colors. You know what the colors mean. So I just want to go to the point at which the snow or precipitation is going to start. And it looks like for Philadelphia, after 12, for places Newcastle County, a little before that. So the further south and west you go, the earlier it is. And it starts to snow. So we're just going to focus on the Delaware River, Interstate 95, westward, because that's the snow focus. South Jersey, rain. There's a sleet zone, a freezing rain zone, but it's not going to stay all snow. Starts to snow, could be heavy. Go forward in time a little bit. And then once you get to, I know it says 01, that's prime meridian time. Once you get to 8 p.m., which is not that far after. I mean, Delaware's been rain for hours. Newcastle County, according to this, is rain. The sleet's all the way back towards Reading, Harrisburg. And all that heavy snow that everybody was talking about yesterday, which, by the way, is way too early to issue. It's way too... When a storm is forecasted to be a changeover storm, you don't issue snowfall maps that early. You make them sort of vague, like 4+, 6+, but you don't throw out 18, 24. No, you don't want to do that. So it's a changeover storm. It's going to be some snow in the beginning. We're going to go to sleet, freezing rain, then back to snow. That's really bad. You know why it's bad? Because when it snows and it's sleet and then rain or freezing rain, then back to a frozen situation, all that weight on the trees. It's much easier if it just snows. So if you have a generator, make sure you have fuel. Charge everything tomorrow. You have all day tomorrow to charge. The concern's going to be overnight Wednesday. Does that snow absorb the sleet? Does it change to freezing rain? Does all that weight accumulate? So generator, charge. Be ready. Be ready. So in simplest terms, the storm is too close. You want it down here. The high pressure is a little too far to the north and east. You want that tucked in down here. And there's a blocking low up here in the Canadian Maritimes. You want it a little further back. So just those little tweaks keeps the heaviest snow in this part of the state instead of there's all the crud here. Rain, sleet, freezing rain. So this has been repeating itself the past 4, 5, 6 model runs. There were a couple other models that were holding that 10 to 16 inch range over Philadelphia. So here's what I think, and I could be wrong. Newcastle County, Newark, Wilmington, 3 to 6. You're going to change over to sleet and freezing rain and maybe rain and then back to sleet Thursday morning. I think you're 3 to 6. I don't think anywhere in Delaware gets more than 6. That's my thought. Philadelphia proper, 3 to 6. Southeastern Montgomery County, like Abington area, 4 to 8. As you cross into Bucks County, it could be more 6 to 8, 6 to 10. So when you get to Northwest Bucks, Northwest Montgomery, Northern Chester, those are where your amounts above 8 could be. But I think everybody in our local area, the suburbs close to Philadelphia, I think everybody changes over to sleet or freezing rain or even rain, and then maybe ending a snow. But that's my call. The amounts were too high. They were always too high. You don't trust computers. You wait for the storm to develop, and then the computers are like, now I have real data to put in there instead of like formulating, extrapolating data by, you take some data and then you infer, and these are computers, then you infer something else is happening instead of now pieces are coming together, all the energies within the United States, east of the Rocky Mountains. It's much cleaner that way. So you should always wait for the high numbers 24 hours or less in advance, unless you know it's a situation that's going to be all snow. Okay. And this was never a setup where it looked that way, not once. So Hurricane Schwartz, went in conversation with him yesterday, same type of thing. He was very adamant that this was a changeover storm. So I agree. All right, my call, 4 to 8 for Abington, 3 to 6 for the city, 3 to 6 for northern Delaware, 6 to 10, 6 to 12 further suburbs, and then all your blockbuster numbers like your 10 to your 20s will be maybe Allentown, Harrisburg, back in those less populated areas, higher elevations. All right, have a wonderful day. I'll update tomorrow if needed. Bye-bye.